you sent me the outlines for everything, right? I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
Dropping my first YouTube video tonight.
Like tutorial type shit?
Not really a tutorial, but it's just like basically giving instructions on what the page is gonna be about. I did not know this front camera recorded in 4K. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The front camera is 12 megapixel.
How many?
12 megapixel. And the back camera is 48 megapixel Pro RAW with optical zoom lens.
Yeah, that camera is stupid. Right?
Ridiculous. This is why I've been having the hood on for all my shoots, by the way.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, we do too much. We gotta show everybody that we do too much.
Probably got the most.
You could do your podcast. You could deadass do your podcast here
I could.
in the barber chair after hours.
Yeah, I could.
I got a platform for it.
We do.
Do your Spanish podcast here.
I can tell.
With all Spanish barbers.
Yeah, just have mad people talking. Like the other dude, what's his name? Martin?
Yeah. Owner?
Bro, all of his stories be crazy, and I don't hear much of them, but like his traveling stories and all of that.
Martin's funny, yo.
It's storytelling, man.
It's a good storytelling. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I just stay for the back, though.
Still actively shooting, so I got another shoot Wednesday night.
Para tu sexo estoy listo, las otras en visto.
This shit is crazy.
Luis Bando.
10 minutes to spare for a drink.
Yeah, come on, we out. Let's run.
You already know.
Oh, we about to get a quick drink.
Just get it. 21.
Can you do something for me? It's usually so on Mondays?
For the most part.
I would
Some
think so.
Mondays niggas just get slammed though. The one shit, if you have like one server on the floor, it gets packed. So isn't it always like that?
I said it's always like that. If it's busy as shit, we're only one person.
Not but like ridiculously busy. Like, we are back. Right one?
It wasn't supposed to have the music in it, but fuck it. What we got here, Drake?
Yo, we got mad shit.
Listen,
bro.
I can't pay a cameraman, so I'm right here. You know, we here with it.
Got you.
What's this for? This for Dre's Bando?
You already know, bro.
All
We
of the
back.
podcast equipment right here.
We haven't touched it in a while, so it's a little, you feel me?
You know, I wouldn't be me if I
off the scene, off the scene.
I
for a
wouldn't be
minute.
me if I ain't had my hand in a million things. So right now we working.
Whew. Shit crazy, bro. Shit was really in a vault.
So what you plan on doing, Dre?
My first goal, bro, and something I really want to do in my life right now is get this shit on Tango. That's my main priority.
Damn, what's your second goal?
Smoke this blunt. I thought I was gonna smoke it while I untangled this shit, but
What's
it
your
doesn't
third
seem
goal?
like it. Get the podcast started. Well, nah, actually, my second goal should be getting this shit together. See if it still
What's
works.
some podcast topics for you?
that you want to talk
Honestly, it's whatever, bro. It's really gonna be up to the guests because that's what I'm gonna make my questions on. You know.
about? How you gonna make this podcast different from any other podcast?
I'm not just gonna have like artists, promoters, DJs, like you feel me? That's usually what these local podcasts are doing. But I'm also talking mad shit because there's a lot of different podcasts out there. So one thing that's gonna make my difference is that I'm gonna have multiple people from multiple backgrounds. Like I might have some like a housekeeper pull up on one random day, you know?
You need some merch too.
You know? Oh, definitely. And
Definitely need some
also,
merch.
my channel's gonna be bilingual. So you know, I'm thinking about having subtitles for every episode. We'll see though. You know, probably the first few episodes won't have that. But we'll see. I do think I'm funnier in English than Spanish though for some reason. I'm probably just stupid in Spanish. But that could be funny too.
And I can't wait until the podcast so niggas could drink coquito and shit and just talk about all of the
Why coquito, bro?
coquito. It's getting towards that season.
Oh, it is that season. I'm not Puerto Rican, so I never drank that shit. Fuck it. Had to be done. Had to
You
be
know it's
done.
crazy?
Had to be said.
I'm literally
Hey.
letting him do this, but I untangle wires quick as fuck.
Hey man, I appreciate it. You know, content's priority.
Yeah, you feel me?
Content definitely priority. You
So you got 2 mic stands.
feel like you got enough content though, low key. Start
Yeah.
helping. You start helping.
I got you.
Yeah, you know, you can clip that up. Nah, he really out here doing that shit. I'm tangling that shit mad fast. I got out the way. Look at this shit, got both mic stands out. Hey, check out this baby. It's the most important thing right here.
We got 2 of these.
Hell yeah.
What's
Nah,
this
that's a splitter. So like you connect this to this, and then you can have because this only has 2 outputs. So you connect this to this, and you can have 4.
Okay, it changes.
Yeah,
it. So
that's
you can
just
have up to,
fucking.
like,
It's
4
dope. Yeah.
You know what? I also have 2 lavalier mics that hook up to the phone,
Oh, fire.
so you can like pin it to your
Yeah,
body.
bro. It's like we probably got more shit than we need right here, but I'd rather have shit left over than need whatever.
more
Yeah,
stuff.
need more stuff. I don't even know where I was going with that sentence, but we here. Yeah, nah, he doing his thing. We out here. Shit wasn't even supposed to be here. Turn it on just when he plugs it back in. He remembers not to fuck with me. Nah, I'm playing.
I know this video was supposed to highlight how it is to start a podcast, but I was kind of in between whether or not I wanted to do a vlog style so you can, see how things go by on a day-to-day. With that being knocked out of the way, I want to give a little more time to explain to you how to start a podcast, not only creatively, but, practically in terms of equipment. Full disclaimer, this is only based on my knowledge solely. People have different approaches, but if you made it this far, then you either find me somewhat entertaining or credible. Step 1, content. Content is important. Before you get any type of equipment or make a single purchase, you have to decide what you want to do. You'll see me and Jerry briefly go over what he wants his podcast to be about, future guests, formats. Content is all about finding something unique and running with it. You see, I gave him suggestions like shooting at his barbershop and using that as a set piece for some of his podcasts. Off camera, he sent me a formatted outline of how he wants to execute it, which is very, very important. Step 2, creativity. This step is a branch off of content. Creating a format, structure to your podcast is one thing, but you definitely have to add your little sauce and razzle-dazzle to your content. It's cool to be inspired by others, but never think that since you see people doing something, you could do it too in the exact same way. Originality and entertainment equals engagement and building a solid fan base. Step 3, location. Location is important. I almost left this one out. You want to be consistent with your content, so you need to find a spot or build a spot that you can call your home. Some people rent studios out. Some people actually build one in their houses for a more personal feel. Do what's best for you. Building your own is cheap and is also ideal. More expensive at first, but cheaper in the long run. It'll also give your podcast more of an identity if you're good with interior decorating. You could get like a logo, hang some posters up, get chairs, add shelves, and even create a space to house all of your equipment. Amazon is your friend in that department. Can't go wrong with Amazon. Once you figure out what type of content you want to make and how to creatively execute it, this should help your purchasing decisions. Regardless of your budget, I feel like you should always invest in what's practical. You may want to start something, feel like you're not cut out for it, and then you have to figure out how to sell, return, or even give away your equipment. Purchase the least expensive items and then take a couple practice runs. In this department, YouTube is your friend. Learn how to edit and learn the proper programs that go with your ability to learn. That is the most important. People learn things differently, so you have to soak up all of the knowledge that you can before you actually start. You have to figure out what type of podcaster are you. Do you want to be like a hybrid and do vlog style experiences like me? Are you doing mainly solo content? If that's the case, then I don't use a professional camera for any of my current videos. Just my iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I'll make another video later about how I edit, because what I use to edit depends on my mood. If I want to do voiceovers, I use my voice notes and I'll airdrop everything to my computer. And if I'm already at my computer, I'll just use a USB mic and load it up on Logic Pro and do a little audio engineering. Keep in mind, if you have multiple people recording together, you'll want to avoid USB mics, which means you'll also need an audio interface or mixer to hook up multiple microphones. Definitely you'll need a computer to edit everything, if that's what you choose to do. I'm experimenting with mobile editing, but I'm more tech savvy than the rest, so I'll give you guys an update on how that goes. You'll need an audio interface which connects to the microphone. My favorite one, the Scarlett, which I used when I had a home studio, is about $150 roughly. You'll need a mixer, of course, which allows you to record a lot of different things like your voice via microphone, callers via phone, or video audio that you can play out via computer. The cheapest one I saw on Amazon was about $60, but everything else has seemed to be $200 and over. Usually I'm for cheap and what's cheap, but if it's that big of a price gap, I'd be skeptical about the cheapest thing, because it may not fit any of the needs you want. So be careful and try to look through the instructions. Figure out what works based on how you use it or how others review it. I usually use YouTube for equipment buy, for guidelines, for unboxing, for using stuff, because, you know, I want to see how others use it. And I want to see if I do what they do and if I would need it. You don't have to spend a dime to research smart purchases, so, you know, take your time on that. Headphones and other stuff like that are kind of optional. Some people want to hear themselves, some people don't. It's up to you. Cut costs as much as possible till you decide whether or not you want to go all in.